Hey kids, welcome back to Honestville. I've been having lots of fun on the Twitch streams, and as you can see, Honestville has changed. Oh god, the cloud is coming. The cloud is coming. I only have a few minutes here. We have farms now. We have farms now because I've installed the spam mod, which is I think it's the SimPeg agriculture mod. For those of you who don't know, you should definitely consider downloading it. It makes agriculture a lot more functional in the game. So we have some farms here on the edge. Now, I'm planning on expanding the city suburbs kind of to the edge of where these farms begin here. And so they're going to kind of go all the way around the edge of the city here, south of the airport there. And then right up against probably this will all be filled in with residential. Part of this is there are some constraints in terms of when you build up a region, the agriculture demand goes down, so you kind of want to build your farms early on. So it's a little bit challenging to do it kind of posthumously, so to speak. After you've built up the city, but we should be able to put some farms up here. And yeah, so I was thinking we're going to actually leap way outside of the Honestville area today, and we're going to build some farms out here. Now, I did have a name recommendation, which will come in quite handy for this particular project. Mr. Google recommended that I name a tile, that I create another city in this region, which is a great idea, of course, and that I name it East Honestville. So I'm looking at the map here, and I'm wondering... See, I'd like to put a grain port near where these farms are, essentially, and this kind of looks... It might be interesting to... Let's just open up this tile. I think if we terraform... We'll do a little terraforming here and just kind of make sure that this water here is actually connected to, the sea or whatever body of water this is here. But we're going to try and do a grain port. We're going to try and fill up this region with agriculture. I think we also we'll connect it up to rail, but we want to make sure the port grows first, because the ports work best if you want them to sort of max out their capacity. They sort of work best when you let them max out before you can make neighbor connections. So we're going to do that. Shouldn't take too long. I forgot to load a tile before I started this video, so it's taking a while. But anyway, that's the plan. We're going to be doing farms on the edge of the city. I'll do some this episode because I want to show off the spam mod. I think early on when we were doing farms, a lot of you were recommending I download it, and I was sort of initially reluctant, and then I realized that it was a really good idea. So this is going to be called East Honestville. You have one other name recommendation that I'm going to hold on to here. East Honestville. We're going to go in easy mode. At this point... The challenge of the hard mode is kind of fun, but yeah, so what we want to do is kind of connect this up. We'll pay for it. We won't use the God mode. Connect all this up so that there's sort of a channel running through here. I guess we could have also used the... the canal mod or something, but I'm not sure how that interacts with the port. I'm not sure if that actually makes the port functional. So we're 2 tiles away from Central Honestville here, and I think this is a really cool spot for this sort of port. We've carved ourselves out a river there, sort of dredged ourselves out a passage, and let's take a look. I hope was it over here? No, it was okay. It was there. It was not here. That looks good. I'm probably not going to reconcile edges because reconcile edges is kind of a dangerous move at this point in the region. So let's look for... There's a really great port in the Functional Seaports mod, which is, of course, not in the mass transit menu. It is the grain port, the sea nut grain port. So it only costs 3 grand, which is great, so we can... There's also a few other rural ports. I'm trying to look for a good spot in terms of sort of carving out the land. I think what we're going to do is grab this tool, level out this area here, right sort of as close to the city as possible, really. We might want to actually lower this down to this level. Try and get it... usually I find you have to sort of place these a few times. I'm going to really carve out a nice wide, low area here. Just sort of clean this up, make it nice and square, so that the ports to figure out how much space. I find when you place them once, then like here we might actually be okay. It's a little bit high up. Let's take a look. Also, don't know which way it's supposed to go. I think that's backwards. Yes, that is most definitely backwards. So the arrow has to point north, or whatever direction. I get confused with the map. I guess west. Should I lower it down one? I'm not sure. I think we're going to take a look at how it looks when we place it the other way around. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. Sea Nut Grainport. Probably should have saved before I did this, because sometimes these get broken this way. So what we can do is we can zoom way the fuck in, and just very, very gently go along the edge here and sort of try and get rid of some of that little fringe of... if you're not careful, you'll blow up your port, though, so it's a good idea to be very cautious doing this. I don't think that boat moves, so I'm not too worried about that. Actually, this is about perfect. We don't need there to be a big wall there, so... let's see if we can do it a little bit nicer here. Watch me, I'm gonna blow it up. I'm sure I'm gonna blow it up. This, of course, is not part of the spam mode, as I mentioned. This is the Seaports mod, the one that takes, like, an eternity to install. But that's starting to look pretty nice. Yeah! Love it. Want to make sure that the actual dock part of this is sort of... That's actually looking perfect. I love the way this sort of cliff protrudes a bit there. Great! And this should look nice with the stuff that comes with the... okay, whoa, that is a little bit intense, this big pit I've made there. We'll see, we'll see. I think this is transit enabled. Indeed it is. And it has rail. So, I guess I don't want to connect the rail yet, but why don't we have the rail come up here? Very tempting to make a tunnel, but perhaps we'll resist the temptation. Let's have it come up. Do I want a tunnel? Tunnels are so cool. No, I don't want a tunnel. It's a bit silly. We're in this kind of rural area here. Okay, let's do that. Let's take one of the big curves here and curve it around. Oh, these are fractional angles. We don't want that. Hang tight, hang tight. Curves. Thank you. This one. This is the one I want. Have a nice gentle curve come around. Hopefully that will all connect up nicely. Indeed. And similar thing on this side. Is it this one? I can't see when it's on a slope here. I'm playing with fire, trying to place this on a slope regardless, but this one that I want. I think. R5 curve. Okay, I think that's good. Nice. Wide curve. Now we can go pretty much... I'm going to say we can go pretty much straight, but we cannot. It's doing that thing again. I'm going to try and use as nice round curves as I possibly can, though. And the idea is that this will connect up with... The railroad will probably have some kind of terminus at... you know, at the sea or something. Right. Like this. Oh, those are different angles. Interesting. Go with that. So actually, that's nice. Like that. Could have done a fractional angle here, actually. I don't know. I think it makes sense like that. We'll take a look at what it looks like when it's all done. Place. Oh, okay. That one is for like a filler piece. That piece there. Yeah. So I think that's correct, but I'm not sure. Yep. There we go. Don't do that. probably do this in short stints, because you start to get those that weird leveling effect when you don't. This can also be used for the farms. We can put some freight terminals along this line so that they're kind of connected up to... Yeah, I am going to have to go back over the rail here and fix it because it's a bit weird. Let's just drag it the whole way. Okay. And then we shall connect this up to... I'm not going to do the neighbor connection right away, but... Uh-oh. Need that to go up, please. Oh my god. What a drag. Okay. Try and level up out this approach here. That's okay. I don't mind this. Can do some interesting stuff. Have the I really want this to... You know what though? No, I don't like that. Let's have a curve here instead. I want it to go... This is the one that's actually going into Honestville Central. So I'm going to do a curve, and we're going to see how the curve works. A fairly tight curve. That's actually working okay. And then up, up. I don't mind that. Kind of comes right down like that. That's kind of cool. I'm going to do that weird bumpy thing again. Now, I'm not going to connect it. I'm just going to put it to the edge so that we know where the connection will be. Let's get rid of this little ridge here. So what we need to do that, like this. Okay, that's good enough. Maybe I can sort of lock it in place with those road tiles. Oh man, okay, that's just made that a lot worse. Well, kind of tempted to just do this. I'll level things out a bit. I'm not going to play with this too much. The slope mod is... That's better. That's much better. I have very mixed feelings about that slope mod, let's say. It has been a kind of constant struggle. Yeah, this could be a really interesting fractional angle bit here. I am really tempted to replace this curve, fractional angle, at least. Yeah, I think that would be good. Let's do it, because it's kind of going back and forth here a bit. Let's do it. How much money we got? Lots. Okay. Do we have to pay a little bit of attention to that? So let's see what kind of a fractional angle we're able to get. Fractional angle curves. You work. Okay, we can see the different angles. I think this one, not this one, this one, I think is the correct one. Okay, then we grab... Where is... if this is a drag pattern, then... I mean, I'm sure there is a drag pattern to do this. I would much rather not do the drag pattern. I am not a huge fan of, you know, hunting for drag patterns, essentially. Okay, that's not what I want, though. Shit. Yeah, alright, that worked. Thankfully, it didn't delete anything. Fractional angle, dual track rail puzzle pieces. I'm hoping that there's one in here that is... Yeah, that's what I want, a straight section. Oh, that's working. Then we'll try and hook up the other curve on the other side of this. Is that correct? I think so. Yeah, let's now try and get the other curve to work. Here. We need fractional angle curves. I'm sure this episode, some of you, I'm probably going to title this episode, you know, in reference to the mod, the agriculture mod. I promise you I will do farms. But, as usual. Okay, which one do I need? Is it not that one? Yeah, I think I just need to do it farther back. So, it's gonna be a bit hard to do this here. Fractional angle. Full track rail. This guy again. Is there a longer piece of this? No, but there are some crossings, which is kind of good to know, if I'm honest. Right, now. Fractional angle curves. This should be it. Hang tight. I think that one has 2 parts to it. I'm gonna regret signing myself up to do this. I can tell already. That's really very nearly it, frankly. We're about 1 tile away from that. Okay, I think it just needs to be back 1 tile. So yellow on one side, orange on the other. I think it just needs to be there. I think that's it. Connect it up. And fractional angles. There we go. This guy. Correct! Bingo! Yeah, that looks nice. I quite like that. It is almost tempting to have the whole thing go fractional angle, actually. This little bulge here. I guess it avoids having like a tighter curve there. That's very, very cool though. Quite a big fan. I almost want to put in one of those crossings. What's the crossing look like? It's a level crossing, which is fine because this is an agricultural area. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's see, can I fit this in here? I am gonna need to delete a little chunk of this here. But it should fit nicely. DTR fractional angle pieces. There we go. Okay. It's very hard to, otherwise, it's a good idea to do that kind of now, so that we're not going to have that many roads in this area. Speaking of which, let's plot out the roads. We want a road to cross somewhere over here. Possibly, it would be nice actually to do a little on-slope crossing. This is going to be a very designy kind of area of the city, so buckle up. I might make this episode a little bit longer than usual. We'll see. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'd like to really kind of plan out a really pleasant rural community. Oh, there is another naming suggestion I've forgotten to do. I just glanced down at my little sheet here. Road, viaduct, alternate... Wait, does this work over the railroad? I cannot remember. Stone masonry, arch... You know what? I can't remember how that one works, and I'm not going to bother right now. What I'm going to do is grab 7.5 meter elevated road viaduct. We need this one. I gotta make sure it's not on a curve. So like maybe there. Not exactly at the same level. I think there will be a little bit of a... How does this one work again? I can't remember. Should probably figure it out though. I'm just gonna place one and see what happens. So it clearly goes the other way. Oh, geez. Okay, let's just try this. The stone one is really quite nice actually. So, aha, bingo. Okay, it's dead easy. I'm not worried about this at all. We're gonna use that one because I quite like the stone. There we go. That's it. So easy. Super nice. Nice little stone viaducts for our little farming town here. Right. So that road is going to have to go down. That way at least the rail... There we go. That works quite nicely. And And then let's try and use as nice curves as we can all over the place here. No, I want this little tight guy here. I'm imagining the sort of village will be along this ridge here. We are going to need also, this road can continue. We're going to curve it this way. Kind of go down the middle of this valley. I'm not going to build too much. Well, I guess we don't need much on this side. Yeah, I'm not going to build on these hills here. It's going to be agriculture that's based in this sort of flat land. On this side, I will. This is sort of an easy road to do here. Once again, I'm not doing any neighbor connections because I do not want the angle like here. Once again, we are kind of in a fractional angled kind of zone here. Let's do it. Let's use the fractional angle. Getting better at that. So, we'll start there. And is there a longer version of this? Really? 2x4. Oh, these are one ways. Oh, is this just one ways? Okay. That's just one ways. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to do this bit by bit. Little bit frustrating. And I know there is absolutely a drag pattern. I really should figure it out. I think it just involves... The thing is, the drag patterns, if you screw them up, you end up having to do this anyway, so... But at some point, I'll practice the drag patterns. I have not bothered. I don't use them a lot when I'm playing by myself. I don't even know. I may live to regret reversing the entire map with fractional angles here, but we shall see. We're gonna have to probably not gonna build the cross streets anyway. I think the farms will be basically on either side of this road. We only need one road with a bunch of narrow farms on either side. Trying to be a fairly minimalist here, and then if we want to connect up to other neighbor settlements, at that point I can go and stick in the intersection puzzle piece for the fractional angles. Where are we here? We can probably actually start curving over. Whoa, we went too far. Well, not really. No, that's about right. Yeah, we're going to want some kind of road over here, maybe. I might put in one or two. Yeah, I'll put in a couple intersections here. Sure. Very interesting to see how the farms interact with the fractional angles. Okay, that's got a bit too far here. I got carried away. Yeah, let's just go to like here. Yeah, whoa, this is actually awkward. Not really the right angle, is it? That's okay. Curve it over here. Point is just to have some interesting stuff going on here. What does this do? Oh, that's actually quite nice. Very cool. This down here. Oh, this is getting a bit crazy, isn't it? Do I like that? I don't think I like that. I think I want this to go to a straight diagonal. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so let's lay that out like that. Try and flatten that road. For this. And figure out where angles. Oops. Correctly. Is it this one that I need? Nope. Maybe this one? I need one that goes to a... Okay, it's gonna be that one. And I think it's actually misaligned here. Okay. Tell you what, let's take a rail. See if we can flatten things out here. Before we redo the road. If it makes an ugly mess, then we'll figure it out. That worked brilliantly. Now we can delete all this, run the road across. Once we start farming, it's not going to take very long, so I'd rather spend a little bit more time. Focusing on... Okay, we can do another nice little stone archway thing here. Excuse me, let's do it. Alright. Doing stuff fast, or semi-fast. How does this one work again? Is it this way? This way? Yes. Okay. That's a little bit lumpy. I'm not sure what the best way to get this. You know, I'm honestly just tempted to try and do it. Let's see what happens if I try it at a different spot. I don't particularly want to erase the rail and try and actually get it right. I'd like to just kind of fake it. You know, that's much better. Much better. Substantially better. Let's say substantially better. Oh, and now I've broken the rail. What I was kind of avoiding doing in the first place, but that to me looks fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So it's not as nice as it could be, but it's fine. Okay. And we'll see what we end up doing there. I think this is going to connect to the neighbor. Okay, and now what we want to do is put in a nice big curve up here. We want... Oh no, the ones I like for the roads are actually in the multi-radius curves. Nice wide curve. That might actually be correct. Completely guessing there. Yep. Lucked out. Awesome. Love it. Yeah, this is fine. This sort of covers off this whole corner of the map. I think we'll do a little bit of, maybe the residential area will actually be sort of up on the hill here. Kind of leading along this road, sort of on either side of this road, so that they can live up on the hill and the farms can be down in the valley here. Would be very nice. Nice little fractional angle bit there. And we are going to need probably something like this. Doing the main roads first. Here. And what about here? Something needs to go. Side of the tracks, it would be nice to have road. That. One over here. I know what we're going to do here. What I would like to do is... Let's do a curve. I'm almost tempted to see... there might be one of these fractional angled intersections that we could do here. I've done enough of those. Yes, this is kind of what I want. I'm not sure how we make it work. We're going to be a thing. It would be something like this. That is not what we need. How this is not rotating to a shape that makes sense to me. Okay, what else have we got here? Aha, this looks better. Are there more of these that... Okay. That's an interesting one. Aha! That is perfect. That is perfect. Let's just zoom out a bit here so I can see where it's going. Yeah. Okay. I got ideas. This is gonna kind of curve over. Like that. And then, does this... Aha, okay, I see what has to happen here. So what we do now is we grab... It's really fun to work with fractional angles when you are kind of not in a busy part of your city. You know? Makes it a little bit easier. Okay. That's fine. Or do I move the whole thing over? I move the whole thing over. Yeah, let's move the whole thing over. I'm gonna have to find that piece again, but that's okay. This guy. That. It's fun to work with these when you're in this sort of rural area because they become very challenging to work with as soon as you get to a more densely populated area. Is it this one? I swear it was this one. Yeah. Right? You know, because as soon as you start need to manipulate intersections and stuff, I am sort of not sure whether that's what I had done originally here, but that's okay. Can I now go straight to... Yeah! Right, okay, now... Take one of the big curves here. Just curve this over. It's a, sort of a pleasant road to drive on, that's what we're making here. Look at that. Did I fuck that up? Nope, it's perfect. Is it though? Do I want it? This one's gonna continue here, and I'll move this connection over a bit so that it's sort of like that. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, because here, let me just measure this out here. Yeah, okay, that's a bit silly. Let's get this right. Let's get this right. At the risk of kind of boring you all here, gonna get it right. Used to go out a little further like that. Okay, and then we just grab this guy here. Oh, I actually could have elongated the curve to have the same effect, couldn't I have? Let's see. Indeed, let's do that. Back up a bit here. Yes. The longer you make these, the better it looks, kind of from the regional view, anyway. Bingo! Make that a straight intersection. Wow, okay. That's fine. We'll have the road run along the rail like this. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, and get rid of the neighbor connection because it'll screw up our demands. For the time being, anyway. Let's have another road like this. Level crossing there is fine. Aha, and I might be back into... I think I'm kind of done with the fractional angles for today. I'm not going to agonize over that, but I will just kind of replace these with some nice curves. So let's tidy this up here. These guys. Good lord. I'm cool with that. Aha! I think we're good with that. Give us some room to put some farms on either side of the railroad tracks there. There should also probably be... Oh yeah. Okay. Let's have just a street, I guess. I'm gonna use the diagonal street bits here. Not quite, not quite. I have to see if I can, see if I can clean that up a bit. How far are we going here? Connect this up there. Some smoothing going here with the rail. Hopefully that's sort of made it worse. Okay. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I'm not fucking with that anymore. This is a real hassle here. Okay. What's the best way to fix that? Boy, is that rail smoothing is really irritating. Okay, this is just a straight road, so we're gonna delete it. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Let's just... and, you know, some of you are probably watching and thinking, like, just delete the bloody slope mod already. I hear ya. I hear ya. I've been reluctant to do so far because I've found that we've had some interesting results from it. Positive results occasionally, but this bullshit here is just... I don't know what the idea behind it is, why it goes up and down like that, but it's... not helpful. It's designed with something else in mind, for sure. It's not designed to be used in the way that I'm using it, and by that I mean it's not designed to be used in a way where you drag a long railroad all at once. So we're not gonna. You guys can here. Perfect. Okay. How we doing here? Don't really need this. Obviously there are gonna be probably a bridge here, maybe. Yeah, we should probably... Begs the question. You know what? Let's do a street bridge for now. Do a street bridge. Or even a ferry. Okay. Put a bridge like here. I'm gonna use the razor. We're basically gonna do a whole tile in one episode here. So buckle up, guys. Razor piece. Right. Good to me. That is just way too dramatic for a simple street bridge. I'm not doing it. Let's go to the 7.5, lower it down at least one there. Even if it doesn't work for ferries, that's too intense. Yeah, that's much better. So basically, we're gonna go up. I don't know, one of each or something. Uh-huh. So, around here. We should probably level that out there. Grab the razor. Something like that. Probably could have done a better job. Alright. I think that should be okay. Hopefully everything's in the right spot there. I kind of wish that was one tile over, but we're gonna live with it. How does that sound? Okay. There we go. Let's grab the street and see what we get in terms of options for street bridges. Nice to get a nice sort of rural one here, if there is such a thing. Perfect! Or that one. Nah, that one's a bit weird. That's kind of cool. Not sure if I've used that one before. Concrete. This is a rural street bridge. We've got the Bonneuf from Paris. These are very cool, but they look weird. I think they're designed for some kind of elevated network or something, because viaduct network or something. I'm kind of liking that stone bridge. Let's go with this one. Rural street bridge. Love it. There's not too many, we're not going to have too many opportunities to use that one, right? So I could fuck around with curves here, but oh, I did. I just accidentally did a drag pattern. See? Sometimes I can do it. There we go. Probably this will need to be a neighbor connection and be as such turned into a road at some point, but we'll see, we'll see. I don't know, can we even, like, can we do a direct upgrade here? No, that would be way too easy. This is ridiculous. So we're gonna fix this. There we go, that's better. I'm presuming at some point some of this will get turned into road or upgraded in one way or another. Okay, so we got a sort of county road network there. We are going to need some power. I think we're going to go with windmills for once. Instead of like a honking big whole... okay, so in order to do that, though, we are going to need a road, or a street, rather. Kind of climbs up here. See if I can get it to sort of switch back way up the road, up the hill here. Keep going diagonal. There's a better way to switch back for sure. Okay, this is now going to have to go this way. That should do it. It's going to be a bit steep there. Right up the hill here. I'm not sure, but I think the windmills actually do provide more power if they're higher up. In that sense, we should maybe put here. That was not what I intended. It's going to cost me a lot of money. It's going to be a bit hard to fund these, actually, to start out. Might have to lower the funding for a bit here. Look at that. Love it. Love it. A little wind farm at the top of the hill. We'll be doing some God mode trees, so don't worry about how bare everything is looking. We need... this should be connected. So... I really should be using the long piece here. Let's grab it. Where are you? This guy? Okay, that works. All right. There are roads everywhere. I think we're ready to zone. Gonna need something in here, actually. I'm just gonna do lazy, but I'm just gonna do something like this. You know what? We'll do it like this. Have it be semi-coherent. And we'll see. I'm not sure where the residential zones are going to go yet. I'm going to start laying out farms. And I will probably edit out some of my farm zoning here, because farm zoning is kind of tedious. But we'll see how it goes. I'll show you how I do it. I have, I believe, way long time ago in this series done a bit of this. Not using this mod, of course. We have demand. If we don't have demand, I'm going to have to interrupt this episode and go and fix it with a mod. But I'm pretty sure we should get demand in this here tile. How are we doing on money? Good. We should be able to fill out the entire area that I want to here. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of agriculture kind of along the foothills of this hill here. Sort of there. Trying to make it not look too boxy here. Right. Kind of along the fringe of the hills. You might be asking, how will I get them to develop as separate farms? Well, you're going to kind of cut this up, essentially. Shortcut Z. And I'm not sure that I'm going to build any residential to begin with. I think I'm going to go all farm. And I think what we'll do is we will dezone some farm and put some residential. And it may not happen. This week. May happen on the Twitch stream. We'll see. I want to get the farms up. That's my goal this episode. But there will be a village, a sort of village of sorts. Sure. A little bit hesitant about these like long skinny farms. They do work, but fuck it. Fuck it. Pretty much going to be farms everywhere. This tile anyway. Gonna do that. I don't know where that's gonna connect. It might connect up to this tile, or it might connect up to that tile. But I just like the way the road looks. We will adapt the other tiles. What's this? Sweet. Yeah, the region is really starting to get fleshed out, so it's a kind of a perfect time. That should be street there, but I just did a road because it gets tiresome doing the diagonal streets. Diagonal streets are sort of not designed for diagonal streets in this game. 160,000. Can I make it? I will take a loan if I need to. I know I can afford it. I think that's it. I think that's what I want in terms of the sort of farmed area of this map, which means we actually managed to do it without taking a loan so far. Let's connect that up so everything's powered. You actually don't need power for the spam mod, but I prefer it. To have power. Chunks there. So yeah, you can sort of do it this way. Let's make these ones bigger. You make gaps. I like to make gaps because I like to have hedgerows between my farms. Some people will just put roads between all the farms. I quite like this. Also, this will mean that the buildings, the farm buildings, will only appear on, you know, one road, basically. It helps to structure the whole look of the region, basically, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm nearly finished here. I wanted to show you guys one more trick. If you want to do large agricultural tiles like this, where you fill the whole tile out with farms. And this is something that I actually kind of came up with recently. Semi-recently. Make a road, if you want to make a diagonal hedgerow, because this is kind of ugly. But I don't mind if there's a few tufts of forest here and there, you know. But basically, if you make the road and then delete it, you get a nice even width, or less. So it is kind of useful. I should have done a bit more of this, actually. I often forget about this trick here. Don't do a neighbor connection. And there we go. Only mind if there's a few big farms, small farms. I like to base my regions, as some of you will know who've been following this series, I like to base my regions on, you know, essentially the kind of areas where I've grown up in the northeast of North America, Canada. And those older regions tend to have a little bit less of the sort of super regular farms that you'll see, say, in the American Midwest. The sort of industrial farms that you know, are all in super regular plots. Often that's a symptom of an area that was built up, you know, after the Industrial Revolution, or you know, sort of the late 19th, early 20th century. They started doing these systematic tracts of land dedicated to farming. You see the same thing if you want to go on a Google Maps adventure. You'll see the same thing actually in parts of Russia. And I think, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that there were large parts of Russia where the Soviet Union did some industrial agriculture projects in the early 20th century and probably going into the 50s and 60s. So you'll get these big, you know, very strange, almost surreal looking, very regular farms at very intensive level of agriculture. But this region is sort of designed a little bit more on a European / East Coast North American model. Right, so I'm going to press play here and see if we have any demand. We may need to zone, it occurred to me that we may need to zone a little bit of residential. No, it's working. So we'll see how much we get. We can also place the census repository. Should have saved before I unpaused in case we get any big ugly farms. Let's do that now. I don't see anything that I'm unhappy with. Let's drop a save. I am going to place the census repository because it gives you, I believe, if I'm not misunderstanding it, it actually gives you some free agricultural demand, which in our current circumstances could be quite useful. Let's also dezone the area. We're going to start bleeding cash here, so we're going to dezone the area here. Is this? Shit. Oh yeah, it's connected. Okay, I was going to say, is this bloody port connected to... Actually a level crossing right there, which is a little bit annoying. But there we go. Now, I also didn't do something that I recommend that you do, which is do your God mode trees before you unpause, because if you're not careful, you'll put trees on the farm lots here. You can very easily cover them with trees. So I'm going to do that. Probably do it, yeah, we can do it quite quickly like this. I'm just going to cut trees all over so that when it develops, there's at least some trees in these little hedgerows that we've created. I'm not going to obsess over every single hedge in the entire map here. Go. Trying not to get them on the farm buildings because the bats there, or whatever they're called, can actually develop. The trees can cover up the entire, like the backyard of the farmhouse or whatever will get entirely covered with a thick forest, which looks a little bit crazy. So we just do this, not costing us any money. If you do this before you zone your farms, first of all, it's very hard to see because the ground is covered in trees. Second of all, it costs you more money to do it. So You know, I know I've heard some of you have said that you prefer to kind of challenge yourself by not using the free God mode trees, which I totally get. I am not going to adhere by that kind of house rule, simply for the purpose of expediency in making this video. Here we go. That'll be good. We'll also cover the sort of hilly areas that we didn't develop trees while we're at it. Let's go do that. Whole area up here. Avoid that farmhouse. Nice thick forests. Maybe a little bit thinner up on the hills. Should be a pleasant enough region. A city tile, I mean. I keep calling the cities regions, but that should look nice. Let's take a look at our demand here. Yeah, we used up all the demands. You get a little bit of base demand, I think, in the Addon Mod. What if we were to do... I think the town should be closer to the, Let's do the town at this kind of crossroads here. Sort of little area here. So, I'm going to use this. We're really going to build a very, very small town. Start. I'm going to go with 2 deep lots. A few of you have asked about the 2 deep versus the 3 deep lots, and basically it has to do with how big the backyards end up being. This farm is not going to be functional anymore. It has no road, so let's grab the little road extending there. Through where this hedgerow would have been. And actually extend this out a bit. Make sure we have sort of enough residential. That's going to be a farm there, so we'll just do this. And here. That looks kind of neat. That looks like it could be a neat little town. We're going to put the census repository down on the edge of that. Maybe right there. That might not be enough residential. I'm hoping it will be. If not, we will make it work. Find a way to get these farms. Come on now. Build, 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 please. Not exactly sure why this is not building. Maybe water? Water shouldn't be an issue. It's powered. Take a look here. Demand 6,000. What's going on? Why are you not building? Is there a desire? Oh, there we go. It just took a while to sort of refresh. I might have, can also like leave the tile and come back to it in these circumstances. Come on, give me some more agricultural demand. We're good. That should be enough. We'll see. Some nice, interesting farm shapes here. I like most of the spam farms. Some of them look better from the regional view than they do close up like this, I've found. And how are we doing here? Do we need some more? No, we don't. We're good. We're good. Wait a while. It takes a while. The game does not like, I find, the game does not like when there's this many lots to grow. Okay, this is what I was hoping for. This guy here is going to his next growth stage. He's gone up 2 growth stages. We can sort of zoom in and watch that happen. I want to fill this right up. That's the plan. I think I'm gonna have to. The road connection, I think, moves. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with that anymore because it needs to be reconnected. There we go. That's good. That's fine. I don't know how many growth stages this guy has. 5, 6. Ooh. Okay, so there's another road up there. Okay, well that's a bit unfortunate. We're gonna have to make this up here. I think that's... Oh no, there's one more. So I think that's the last, that is the last stage of that port, as we can see. I might end up doing a little bit of a very, very cautious lowering of the water level right on the edge there. Might be kind of cool to do some seawalls as well. I imagine most of the areas right around this will... Interesting. I'm gonna keep that actually. I know that that's a little bit... that angle there is a little bit weird. But I'm gonna keep it. Through our farm here a bit. So that is... the port is at growth stage 7. Let's just double check here in the port menu. After 7 upgrades, the following applies. Okay, 7 upgrades. Does that mean one more? Oh yeah. Shit. Okay. Everything's connected up nicely. Like our farms are mostly growing up. I'm imagining the area near here, I'm probably going to get rid of these farms anyway, and this will be a sort of residential area. But yeah, I quite like that. I really like that grain port, the grain elevator. I actually have I think I have the grain elevator separate from the port, so I can also do that. Would have been nice if they had designed this around maybe not having the level crossings. So I guess it makes sense ultimately to have level crossings in this sort of agricultural area. Just I quite like having these little bridges there. They look nice. Right. So let's let the clock tick a bit more here. Hopefully we'll get some more farms. And it won't sometimes they kind of bug out for a while and you have to sort of reload the tile, or look like we need more zones. Some fairly large ones here. Mix of large and small farms. Ooh, it's having trouble rendering those out. And as you can see, you're going to want to go over and redo some of the hedgerows to sort of thicken them up a bit here. I'll do some Addon Mod trees. Sort of do some here. The crops are a bit tall for my liking in this view, but they look fantastic from the regional view. Trying not to get too close to those big farmlets. If you put trees there, it'll just cover the whole lot, and the horses will have nowhere to run around or whatever. You can kind of zoom in and do some detail work later. You can see how I quite like the way these sort of hedgerows look. Don't know that I'm going to... I'll just keep doing it. I'll keep doing it while we wait for things to develop. The game is not enjoying having all these zones develop at the same time. It is lagging a bit here. But they're all developing. Wonder if we're losing a bunch of money. I should probably check on that, eh? Yep. Yeah, we're fine though. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna pay attention to it. If I need to take an emergency loan later to remedy a situation, I'll just do it. Gonna run the clock, do my trees. Keep my trees away from the farmhouses. These ones should look particularly nice. The diagonal ones actually have a little bit more space for the trees, so yeah, this is great. I don't mind the kind of the sort of chunky forest area here. There we go. Really, really kind of makes for a nice looking little community here. Oops, I put some on that farmhouse. Not a big deal. 1 or 2 doesn't bother me, but you can really pile them in if you're not careful. The farms, the trees really give kind of contour to the farms as well, especially because the crops get a bit tall, as I mentioned. And we're just gonna look around the region here. The spam mod has a bunch of growth stages for farms, and so you will get bigger and bigger farms the more farms you put, I believe, in a region. I really like this to develop. Although sometimes when I get tired of waiting for the farms to develop, I just put forests. But I think I'd like a few more of these to develop. Everything over here looks nice. I think also the trees, the more trees you put in a region, the more the whatever the rendering engine is for this game, it just does not hold up too well when you start to put lots of stuff in your regions. But doing okay. We're doing okay. Getting a lot of this done. Anyway, this episode is pretty much going to end here. There was a naming recommendation that I didn't get to. It's a good one, and so we are going to do it. We are going to do it. I'm going to cut this episode short here, because we're not going to just sit here and wait for farms to grow. There will be lots of farm zoning in. There will be lots of farm zoning on the Honestville extras on episodes on Twitch on Mondays. We're going to be kind of filling out the area immediately around Honestville, connecting up this city as well. It probably needs garbage removal. Now that I think about it, so thing to pay attention to. But things are looking pretty nice. Let's zoom out here and take a look at the big picture. Maybe zoom in and take a close look at one of the farms. Pretty much everything. Oh yeah, that whole area filled up there. So yeah, I actually find that the spam farms, they don't look great kind of from this zoom. Let them render a bit here. Game does not like rendering this many farms at once. Okay, and then we zoom in. Take a closer look here. I got some stuff I gotta fix there. You can see they look quite nice when you're very zoomed in. Sort of looking at these. Some of these buildings are, of course, the vanilla assets. Other ones come from the spam mod. The spam mod adds tons and tons and tons of these different crops. They kind of have a The Sims 1 kind of look to them. Or The Sims 2 or something. And the second naming recommendation for this video comes from Lee S., who recommended something that I should have done to begin with. So it's going to be called the Solid Content Highway, in honor of the 2-part collaborative series I did with the fantastic YouTuber Solid Content. So make sure to check that out on this channel, and also to head over to Solid Content's YouTube channel and check out his city building videos and other stuff. On that note, I am going to end that video here. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ciao.